everyone, Only Man here with another ride along video. In this video, I'm going to be showcasing the double meta junker strategy. Now, this strategy used to be very strong back in the day. Let me preface that. It's still very strong, but Artemis got a bit of a nerf, so it made it not as basically unstoppable as it once was. But in here, we'll see how it's still a good strategy because of the options it gives you, as well as the options the Junker has on its own. It is a very flexible ship which is capable of basically dancing around. If you saw my last video, the one I did with Javrik, I was also in a meta Junker, and he made the good comparison of a Junker is kind of like a fencer. It dances around his opponent and tries to stay in their blind spot, and it does a pretty good job of that. And we'll see this in this video. So go ahead and get started. Now, I will say that there is a part of this video that will be a little stagnant. Well, a couple parts. One where I thought there was a network server issue going on. Everyone kind of AFK'd for a little bit, and the other one was I was showing some players how to basically hit the hole from the bottom of the Junker, and I'll make sure to pause that so that way you guys can see. Here, I'm basically just telling my Junker stay with me. Best way to approach the double Junker strategy is to be together, so that way you're not being torn apart, but and focus one on one. But I mean, it is possible to do that, but generally, in most times, you want to stay together. Right here, Spire did a bit of a mistake. He starts coming in. The Spire is very susceptible to Hades because as you can see, it's a very tall ship, and Hades travels vertically very well. So here, the Hades had constant hull strip on him, and between double Artemis with burst, it was done. And unfortunately for the Pyramidion, he decided to avenge that person's death. Now here, he actually got me with a beacon flare gun into the blue, which was really annoying. So good on their, it's probably their main engine, I would think, that did that. So go on for that. Good shot. So here, we can see, like, look, we were two long range junkers, right? Doing a very good long range job. Double Artemis with Hades is no joke. It's a very strong weapon combination, as you can see, which can take out medium and long range targets both. But look, now we're basically Pyramidions. We have Gap Mortar, but the advantage is we have the option to dance around a lot better. Like, you can see, like, I'm not even going to be using Phoenix Claw all that much just because I don't need to. The Junker's turning speed is very strong. Here, great advantage of having the balloon right above my head. I'm able to fix it. I encourage, especially on a Junker, if you're a pilot, make sure that you have your spanner. Here, does almost get away, but we're able to get that clutch mortar kill. Good job by Attach. Yeah, shout out to Attach for playing this game with me. He's a member of the music community. So here, let me go back a little bit. If you could see, and for anyone who is interested on being on a competitive team, this is something that you should know. That you should know if that's what you want to pursue. If you are on the as you can see, like, there are three decks of the Junker. You have where the pilot is, you have the main deck, then you have the deck where the front gun is. From that front deck, you can actually hit the hole if you are I almost forgot. And then there is the bottom level, but I don't think that counts as a deck. But you can hit the hull from the forward deck. What you should do is, so you have the ramp that goes to the bottom level. if you stand right here and look up at the plank, you'll see that the circle with the shield, that means the hole will get bigger. And that means you can actually whack it. This is very, very, very important because if you are the front gunner, that is your job, is the hole. The back NG is they're responsible for pretty much everything else but balloon. Balloon is fixing the balloon is my responsibility. Maintaining the balloon is the engineer's responsibility. But the back NG has to do the engines and the gun. Your job is that hole right there in your own gun. But as you can see, it's really easy if you follow that step. You just make sure that you get right on the edge of when the ramp starts to go down. Look up at the plank, and you'll see it. I highly encourage you to go and practice it a few times. Take a junker into the practice room, and yeah, try it out. It's really easy to remember once you get the hang of it. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm explaining to them. Kind of how you do that. Just basically, they're kind of asking about it. Just kind of explain it to some more. I'll explain it one more time. It's a very good, very important though. Understand that. There we go. So, la da 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 da. And should be almost done. While we're waiting, I hope you guys, if you do enjoy the this series as well as any other Guns of Icarus videos, I highly encourage you to press that subscribe button. Just so that way I know, this is getting out to a big audience. It helps encourage me to keep on making videos because I'm making it, to expand the community and to keep the community informed about. There are many videos of Guns of Icarus being played in a mediocre sense. There aren't a lot of high visibility videos of Guns of Icarus being played in a competitive sense or played by competitive players. I'm really trying to get that shown out here. So here we get past the dust clouds and we see they were kind of waiting. I think there was a slight server hiccup because my ally was standing still as well. So in here, the reason why I have my crew shooting the Spire is because they're both very far away, right? So why would I choose the Spire, versus the Pyramid? Because it's an easy target. It's a much easier target to hit at that distance. So you might as well be as efficient as possible. That's something that's really important to understand. If you are a long-range ship, you want to be efficient. That means you want to be shooting as much as you can, hitting as many targets as you can, or else the point of long range is smooth. So here, Sylvanas starts to come in and start to charge our friendly junker. So we decide to switch to him. I mean, he's close enough to get decent hits, as you can see. And I did think that our guy was a bit of a bind, but he seemed to be able to dance around quite well. And Sylvana actually, I believe, survives this because we start going out after the Spire because the Spire has 3 marks, and meaning he's very, very, very annoying. He just keeps knocking out our guns and really tearing hell on our hull as well, or armor, excuse me. But here we decide to let's go to let's take care of the Spire. And so what I'm doing right now is I was telling my crew to concentrate. To concentrate fire on their guns with the Artemis. So that way, whenever I got in close, I could immediately swing, get my Metaside up. When I refer to Metaside, I'm talking Gat Mortar, and immediately start pounding on into him with the Metaside. And you can see here it becomes very deadly because he has no guns at this point. We just we wrecked hell on them with our Artemis. So here, really utilizing the versatility of the Junker, and then get right in his blind spot as Junkers are able to do, and bam, he is not having a good day. And so we clean them up pretty easily. Here we go right back onto Sylvana. Our Junker's doing a good job of not dying, so that's important. So this is a big disadvantage of the Junker. It is very hard to reposition, and but once you're in a good position, it becomes very good. You know, it's almost treated like a turret in some ways. But as you can see here, there's for my long range side, there is very little area that I can move so that the way the Hades can maintain arcs. I only have like 30 or so degrees of 30-40 degrees of movement that I can play with to make sure that not only does my Hades have arc, but the front Artemis has arcs. That's really important. So here I keep on the right hand side. I keep on with my long range side for a little bit, so I can see if I can't get the Gat out from him. And he wasn't able to die fast enough, so he does pop out on that side. So that's really good of him. And I see he has a buffed mortar, which actually is it's pretty. Buffed mortars aren't jokes. So with our combined Gat fire, we're really able to strip the hull on him, and I believe he does die here. Not mistaken. Either that or he runs away. One of the two. So I see he's starting to get beyond range of my mortar, so I decided I'll just go ahead and flip to my long range side. Now that was a mistake. What he should have done is gone to the turbine, right over right there. And I know it's kind of hard to see. I wish I had like a little thing where I could make a circle. But he should have gone to the turbine and gone backwards from there. Oh, good job. He does die from our Pyrrha. And gone backwards from there and hit underneath the dune. But instead he showed me his broadside, and I had really good Artemis hits on him. I believe I also took out his engine column, which allowed our Junker to catch up to him. So at this point, so the reason why I'm getting low here is because I have the opportunity where the only target is the Spire, right? That means I can concentrate not only all of my fire onto him, but also all of my thought process and my tactics onto him. So the reason why I'm getting this low is because he has all 3 mercs on his ship. And the thing about mercs is they have very horrible arcs in all directions, basically. So if I get him low enough, what I can do is whenever I start getting ready to engage, I can immediately start rising, even using helium if I wanted to. And I'd get good arcs on him, not necessarily from my Artemis, but from my Hades, because as you can see, or if you saw earlier in the video, Hades is a very fast dropping round. It doesn't stay, in the air for long. So it's better to engage targets that are below you than they are above you. So you have a Spire who is beneath me, who is also a vertical target, which, Hades does extremely well. That's why it's a lot harder to hit Mobulas with Hades, because there's less target to line up. It's just gonna make it so that way my rounds become a lot more efficient. So it's there something to remember. If you're a Hades centric ship, make sure that you can maintain altitude above your target as much as you can, because you'll have the advantage. So I can hear him as he wasn't able to keep merc shots on us. That was the first merc shot he was able to get back on us, because he wasn't able to compensate for the or the fact that we were so low and he was so low, and then we started to rise, it became a lot harder for him. But we did actually decide, as you see, we did decide to switch targets because the P-Rose run coming in. Now look at this. Look at this. Wow, like we have basically two Pyramidions on one, and that's just the versatility of the Junker in action. See, the thing is, like, you wouldn't be able to do this in a Mobula. Like, a Mobula is it's often compared to a Junker because they're kind of similar in a lot of ways. Both of them are hard to maintain and shoot at the same time, and both of them can have dual roles that are easily changed out. The advantage that the Mobula has is it doesn't have to change direction, and it has very up and downwards mobility, vertical mobility. But Mobulas, it's harder to use them in tandem like this because a Mobula can't orbit a target and get in its blind spot like a Junker can. See, that's the advantage of having the guns on your sides. I don't have to look at you straight in the face. And well, I mean, could you have dealt with the Pyramidion with a Mobula? Absolutely, but not in this particular fashion, and not in a way that I believe is as quickly as what will happen here, because we're making the Pyramidion have to choose. Now, the only way for the Mobulas to do that, kind of do what we're doing, is if they started out in two separate areas and kind of like met in the middle. This, I mean, we just have to branch off, and you'll see, how well it takes care of the Pyramidion. Here, as you can see, having to make, he's deciding. Now, okay, he does kill our guy, but I mean, it was the finishing blow from us. So, well, number one, props to my co-captain. He did a really good job. I feel he didn't just rush in there with a Mobula or a Junker. That's one of the last things you want to do. But I hope you guys kind of got the advantage of not only a singular Junker but double Junker as well. Now, as I said before, double Mobula can do this job. It's done in a different way. And you have to think of it as a different way. Double Junkers are very good at singling targets out from not having to move from a certain place. Like, Mobulas are better as ambush. Like, have one bring fire back and draw fire, give him backwards, and then the other Mobula pops it behind him, because the Mobula, as I said, has very good upwards mobility. But the Junkers, they can stay together, and from there, start to branch off and do the orbit, which you saw on the Pyramidion. And then also they have the advantage of they can do the same thing with their long range side. They can orbit and try to stay out of arcs and stay into blind spots. So anyway, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you have any questions about what went on or questions about the game in general, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. Also, if you have a video that you recorded that you would like to be in the Ride Along series, send it to the email that I will put in the description below. And I will see to it that it gets reviewed in a very quick and concise manner, and I'll give it the same view that I give my own videos. Anyway, I again hope you enjoy. If you like the video, press that like button. If you want some more Guns of Icarus content, please subscribe. I hope you guys have a great day.